Hello and welcome. Let me just quickly check that my mic. Welcome to the Kingdom of Bahrain for the new era of Formula One and a new season of the STB Racing League. We are here for round one in Bahrain. Welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit for the Tier 1 Bahrain Grand Prix. There was a lot of Bahrains in those sentences. A lot of Bahrains. Going to check the stream is working on my end, and then we'll get over. We'll start it up. It is all good. Okay, welcome everyone to Bahrain. You join us here at the Kingdom of Bahrain for Tier 1. This is a new season, new regulations, a new era of Formula One, potentially better racing. But to be honest, we had amazing racing. We had incredible racing last season anyway. But we're here, as you can see, Mafio, who was commentating with me last season in Tier 1 on F1 2021, he's actually racing this tier. So he won't be commentating with me this season. It will just be me in the commentary box. Lovely STB Mardy to bring you the coverage. Don't we love it? I can see then coming to the line. It's our first 27. It's 27. 127.893. He puts it into P1 here in Bahrain. But we have got a good bit of competition here this season. Akosili joining the roster for Tier 1 full-time. Second is Bowman at the moment. He's actually one of the quickest guys at this circuit on Xbox at the moment. So he's looking very quick around this circuit. Semike is looking very good as well. You've got Gibbs in there, you've got Kata, you've got Rosberg. I will go through some of the drivers that we have got. But as you can see, it's a very competitive lineup here. But it's not competitive if Gibbs is going to keep doing that. Currently P5 on the roster here in Bahrain. Bowman's a 10th up in the second sector, purple. So let's see what he's going to do on his lap here. Might have a little distant toe from the guy in front of him. 27.889, spaced out by 4 thousandths of a second, is Akosili and Bowman. That is a great effort there from him. We are expecting a few quicker lap times, though, I must say. And Rosberg there goes P5 on a 1:28.229. So that's also a decent lap there as well from the Frenchman. Racing in Mercedes this season, so it's very it's nice. It's nice this season. The grid, it is a very competitive grid this season, I must say. I was saying this before. It's probably one of the more competitive grids that we've had to start off a season. So definitely looking forward to this Grand Prix. Felipe wasn't actually on the lap there. Ali Ferrari then. He is favourite for the championship based on pace. We don't know about the race pace. We saw glimpses last week in the evaluation at Belgium. He's going to have a bit of a toe off the Ferrari in front of him. So let's see what he's going to do as he's going to come around. Might be a little bit dirty air. But that brings me on to the new regulations. It's much easier to follow around this Bahrain International Circuit, and it is going to be a 28.5. Quite a slow lap by his predictions, the predictions that have been placed on him for this season. But yeah, I mean, Kata then. Let's look at him. We're going to have the final 5 minutes of the session. I am dealing with a little bit of a headache as well, guys, so that is why I might be pausing a little bit. But you will still get the shouting that is infamous of my commentary style. But TMI Kata, he won the evaluation, so he got off to a great start. We'll call it the pre-season test. He got off to a great start in the pre-season test, showed some great race pace and racecraft. And we're going to see what the Italian can do. Known for his crashing in the pit lane. He's known for that. But he's also known for being good when he can be, when he needs to put the performances in. And this is the time to do it in the season opener. But he has cocked up that corner there. So yes, these cars are it's a lot easier to follow in these 2022 cars. Obviously the cars are operated by ground effect now, so it's a lot more based on the aerodynamics that you're using. The wings play quite a big part in terms of gaining lap time, because you can use 0-0 wings and be amazing in down the straights, as Marcos has gone off the track. You can use 0-0 wings and be rapid down the straights, but then you have to compromise that with higher wings to be able to get the performance out, obviously in the corners. So it is important, and one driver that has definitely mastered that is Mafio. Mafio's known for his setups. I always nick his setups for tier 3. You can join tier 2 and tier 3 tomorrow and Wednesday for their Bahrain Grand Prix. It's going to be an absolute cracker over there. Quite a few new drivers joining STB in those two teams. Yeah, it's very, very special times here at STB. But Gibbstein's going to start. I think this is going to be his final fly-outs. This has to be a good lap in his Alpine. They are favourites for the constructors, Gibbs and Kata. Two very quick drivers, just about getting the lap times in and eking out as much performance out of that car as possible. But at the moment, Bowman leads 27.889 while the drivers prepare for their final runs here in Bahrain qualifying. If you're new, welcome. We are the STB Racing League, operating on Xbox currently, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S and Xbox One. But there are some surprises coming at the end of the month when crossplay is fully integrated. So do watch out for that. We are looking forward to allowing more talented drivers joining our roster from PlayStation and PC. But Gibbs is apparently purple in that second sector. 3 tenths up, so he's on for a low 28 here. Definitely one of the promising talents from Brazil. The RS is enabled for the Brazilian, and it's a 28.1. Puts in P5. Puts in P5 there. Decent. That's a decent lap, to be fair, from Gibbs. I was expecting him to be in the 27s, though. I was expecting him to be in the 27s. I think a lot of these drivers really kind of need to be in the 27s, to be completely honest with you. If we are to have any sort of competition here in Bahrain. But Felipe is on his lap then. A driver that can definitely eke out performance on the one lap, but he's been known for his overuse of ERS, and it's going to be even more important this season to maximise that battery power, because it runs out a lot quicker now on this game. So it'll be interesting to see how Felipe can get on. He's had a bit of bad luck when he's raced in the league previously. So I'm hoping for a good start to his campaign. I am rooting for all the Brazilians. Pedro's back as well, guys. El Pedro is back in the league, but I don't think he's actually going to get a good lap in here. I think he might have to go for another lap as there's a spin. It is F1X Lemma has spun out of qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix. He'll start at the back of the grid in P19. But final laps are to be started now. Akosili started his lap. Arjun will start P17 on the grid. Remember, drivers can do have fresh choice of tyres now. So it doesn't really matter about the tyres that you qualify. It's always going to be the soft compound. So Al Boma's on a lap. Akosili. So let's look at these two sector times then. So Akosili's going to come through the first sector now. Let's see. Let's see what his first sector is and then compare it to Bowman. 28.3 in the first sector. 28.2 for Bowman. So Bowman is purple in that first sector at the moment. Let's see Sem. Let's see what he's going to do on his lap. Pretty much identical to his last lap. So I think he will be staying in that position. Let's see where Marcos is going to be in the second sector. He's up on his time. 300ths of a second up. It's all about Akosili, and Akosili's made a mistake. This could well be Bowman's opportunity to get pole position at the Bahrain Grand Prix for season 21. That's mad to say. Season 21 of STB's made a bit of a mistake there on the exit of that corner. Is it still going to be a decent enough lap for the harsh driver? No, he's 5 tenths down. Oh, he's P1 anyway. He's P1 anyway, God. He's P1. Gibbs then, is he on a lap? Let's see. Had a 28.4 in the first sector. Quite a poor first sector there. And Rosberg has gotten to the 27th, so 27.982 for the Frenchman. And Gibbs has backed off. Rev has done a lap. It's a 28.1. Marcos has done a 28.1 as well. And Sem's on a 28 dead. Looks like there's a few problems going on down the back end of the field. There. Pedro then, P18 for the Brazilian. Not a good qualifying from him. He'll be hoping for better in the race. I think then that is the end of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Our first qualifying session of the STB Racing League. I think that is the... Sorry guys if you can hear my phone going off in the background. Yeah, so that is the end then of qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix. It is Al Bowman. You look at PUR Rosberg. It is Al Bowman on pole position. I wasn't expecting that. He did set an incredible time trial lap time. You can see retweeted on the STB League Twitter. So it is a great lap. And here's your pole man here in Bahrain. Only by 0.04 of a second over RBT Akosili. The pressure got to these two drivers. They couldn't improve. But he's Bowman on pole position. Third is PUR Rosberg. Fourth is Semike. He'll be happy with that. Attempt down from pole. Fifth is Markos. Sixth is Rev Caterpillar. Seventh is Gibbs. Eighth is Ermine. Ninth is Kata. 10th is Felipe. 11th, Ali Ferrari. 12th, Maffeo. 13th, Mauric. 14th, PTR Oliveira. 15th, Johan. 16th is Reiko, who is Jonna. And then I believe it is Arjun Samrat and Pedro and Mauric. I think we'll see the final positions when drivers select their strategies. But yeah, that is the grid for the Bahrain Grand Prix. I was a little bit slow, guys. It will take me a few laps to get back into the groove of things because we are back now. We are back. We're back in action. Mauric's 13th, 14th is PTR Oliveira, 15th is Johan, 16th is Reiko, who is Jonna. FXBI genre. 17th is Arjun Samra, 18th Pedro, and 19th is F1X Dilemma. That is your grid then for the STB Racing League season 21 Bahrain Grand Prix. Now there are a few changes to how the formation app operates this year. I'm going to take you guys through it if you do not know. And there is a big change to strategy as well this season. So drivers can start on fresh compound tyres. They can either go on the softs, medium or hards. It is suggested that, or recommended is the better word, that drivers start on a set of mediums. That is the best start. I think we may have a little problem with the lobby because... Is it glitched? Because there is a problem with the... No, we're getting going. We're getting going. We're getting going, guys. My mistake, guys. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves this season. I'm out of practice. I'm out of practice, guys. But anyway, so drivers can either opt for hard compound tyres, mediums, or softs. Oliveira's opted for softs. That's interesting. And then you've got a mix there between hards and mediums. A few changes this season. Obviously, the drivers can do the formation lap as they please now. They can drive to the line as Akosili has been disqualified from the session. That is not good for him. He'll be on very cold tyres on the start. That is another thing. These tyres that we use in 2022 now, or in this season on this game, they are very cold. You have to really warm up those tyres on the formation lap. The drivers can drive into their grid box now, so it's going to be crucial that you get into the grid box correctly. And obviously, if you don't get in the grid box correctly, then you're going to be penalised and you're going to be sent further back in your grid box. That is going to lose you time at the start, which is crucial. Crucial to get track position in Formula 1. Another point as well is the turning on the pit lane. We are using immersive pit stop, so there's so many elements now to this game that the drivers have to manage. But in a nutshell, obviously the drivers need to press that special A button in order to turn into their grid box. So it's going to be interesting. Let me tell you that it's going to be very interesting to see how the drivers do this. Do the formation laps, do the safety cars, do the pit stops, do the strategy. It's going to be a madness, guys. And I'm here for it front row seat as Pedro has left the sessions. Let me just see if we can get Pedro back in before we start the session. Oh, just give me a moment. Okay, then. We are gearing up for the first round of the season. It is Bowman on pole position. Second is Akosili. He's going to be very slow off the slide. He's going to have cold tyres. So it's going to be Rosberg and Semike to take the advantage. There are mediums. This could well be an incredible battle in terms of strategy, as the Haas or someone is doing a spin on the grid. So that's a great start to the season. But here we are. You can see the drivers going into their grid box. This is a new thing. Perfect there from Semike. Kat has been disqualified. He's messed up the grid box. Johan as well has messed up the grid box as well. But we are all gearing up. Dilemma also as well. And Arjun Samra. They've all cocked up the grid box. We are getting ready for the season 21 Bahrain Grand Prix live from Sakia. Here we go. It's 4 lights. It's 5 lights. It is the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Right, and away they go. Very poor start from Akosili. He's lost like 4 positions on the start. He's lost 6 positions on the start. He's down to P11. He's done a Barrichello, Belgium. 2009 down to turn 1. It's very, very tentative as they come down into the first corner. But the Red Bull's off the circuit there. You can see that is... Oh, and Maffio's nearly been spammed. There's been a collision. There's been massive crash. Massive crash. Maffio is out of the session. That's a massive crash down there. Kat has been involved. Kat has avoided that. Marek's been involved as well down at the back. That is massive amounts of contact here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it was all started by Akosili. Akosili has had a very bad start and he's out of the Grand Prix. And I think the safety car has been deployed here in Bahrain. That was a madness here. And it was all started by Akosili having very cold tyres as he was disqualified from the formation lap. Very, very, very insane scenes. And that is that for the Bahrain Grand Prix. And that is that. 2 retirements then here in Bahrain. That is crazy. Wow. So from what I gathered, Akosili was very slow off that start, and I think that caused a massive sort of effect where we had everyone just being involved in a massive collision. Pedro's having connection issues, but okay then, so PUR Rosberg in P2. Some drivers have boxed. So you got Dilemma in the pit lane. He's gone on a set of hard compound tyres. Matt is fuming. Matthew is absolutely livid from the start of that Grand Prix. Atta in P15. He's gone on to a set of mediums. Ermine, who was involved in the first lap collision, he's down in P16. Then you got Marek in P17 on a set of hard compound tyres. Right. Well, there you go. That is a pretty insane start, guys. So I just had to sort some out on my end. Anyway, so from what I seen then, Akosili was completely just... He had such a bad start. He fucked it on the start. And he had very cold tyres, and that just meant that everyone just kind of got as someone has span. Okay. What is Gibbs doing? I'm confused. What is Gibbs actually doing? I don't get it. Right then, Marcos has picked up a penalty. Gibbs has lagged out. Just got to wait for all the drivers to catch back up. I don't know where Gibbs is. They're loose at the moment, so that might mess some things up. So guys, just having a few issues on my end because some drivers are a little bit, well, yeah, some people are just not happy with how that start went. But unfortunately, much about the starts, guys, unfortunately. We can't do much about the starts, and that's just an unfortunate incident there that took place down at the start of the race. I don't think safety car's in this lap. I think we're going to have to wait for another lap here in Bahrain. So while we do that, we're going to get Gibbs into the game. It's very difficult, guys, being an only man. You know, being the only person doing the commentary. You've got so much to manage. So please be patient with me as we try and get the drivers back in as Gibbs's AI is pitting. What is going on? Why are drivers spinning? Has Felipe span again? Has Felipe span? What is going on? Why are drivers... Right, getting back onto it now, because this is just confusing me, guys. This is really confusing. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, this is... like, actually insane scenes here in Bahrain. Very bizarre, guys. A very action-packed start to this Grand Prix, but it's all going to start kicking off again as we do the restart. And I really hope the safety car comes in this lap because I hate commentating over safety cars. It's my pet peeve in Formula 1. I just can't do it. It's boring. It's not enjoyable. Yeah, it's not good, guys. Anyway. Alright then, so the safety car is going to bring the drivers around this circuit. And the safety car is in this lap. So it's very important to warm these tyres up. Rosberg, Marcos, Rev are all going to try and take advantage of Gideon. Same them. Joan's on hard. So it's all going to be about you taking the advantage of having those medium compound tyres and using them to your advantage. And making sure that you get some sort of temperature. But here we go then. We're gearing up for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix, and it's lights down, away they go. Great start there, or great restart there from Bowman, but Rosberg's going to be right on the back of him now. Let's look down at the back here in the midfield. Let's see what's happening. We're going to have a lot of slipstreaming. Rosberg needs to take advantage of these mediums. As there's a battle going on here. We've got Arjun versus Pedro into turn 2 and 3. Side by side. And that's a great move there from Arjun. Someone gets himself up into P9. He's took the position. And now Pedro, he's trying to pass Aaron, but it's not working out for him. And he's lost out there. He's down to P10. And he's in, well, he's still in the points. So, you know, it's okay. As there is Dilemma who has spanned. But Bowman leads the Bahrain Grand Prix. Second is PUR Rosberg. And Marcos then in the slipstream of the Frenchman. Here we go. Got the telemetry up. That would help you guys, wouldn't it? So confusing. You can tell, guys, I've been away for a long time. You can tell I've been away for a long time. Yeah, I think it's going to take Bowman probably a lap to warm those hards up. To use that advantage he's got on these medium compound tyres. He really just needs to try and get in the zone now and try and get this move done. Rev's got the move on Sem, who's got that move done. Now he's going to go after Marcos. I'm really intrigued to see what Rosberg's going to do behind Bowman here. Looking at the back here, nothing much is happening. I think Dilemma's boxed again for a set of mediums. So that's a poor start from the Spaniard. That's unlucky, but we'll see him in full force tomorrow for Tier 2. When they go to Bahrain. I think Bowman gets a really good exit as we've got Johan. Is that him? Yeah, he's made a mistake there, or he's been involved in some sort of collision. And you got Kata. Kata's all the way down in P13 at the moment. He's trying to get this move done on Johan and all the way around the outside. What a move there from Kata. And then you got Ermine as well. Got the move done. So, yeah. And that is Pedro. He has spanned out of the Bahrain Grand Prix. That could well be curtains for his chances. But Rosberg now really on the back of the harsh driver. This is the time now. This is the moment of truth. He's using that ERS. In the slipstream, Rosberg takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix, but is it going to be the lead? Because Bowman might brake later. We might have some sort of advantage on the brakes, and you got them. Oh, there's been a spinner. Oh, Rev, Caterpillar, and Marcos, and Sem's trying to go around the outside of Marcos. Marcos has blocked the line, and now Sem's going to try and get him back corner. Pedro is out of the Bahrain Grand Prix, and Sem's at the inside at turn number 4. Is he going to get the move done? A little bit of overtake. And he's done it. He's got the move. Sem has got the move done. He's up in a P3. And I don't know what happened between Marcos and Rev, but there was some sort of contact. And Rev's been pushed off the circuit, but Rev's going to try and get him back on the exit. Right, I think DRS is now going to come into play, which is going to be crucial for Rosberg. And he's already got the move done. So I missed that completely there. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Rosberg's got that move done. He's up in a P1 here in Bahrain. Right then, let's see how Kata is doing. He's on the back of PTR Oliveira. He's on the back of that. Ermine P12. Yeah, these drivers at the back not really. I think they're just chilling, trying to follow, capitalise on people's mistakes. I don't think. Oh, and the Ferrari's back up the inside, and there's more contact between the Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo. There's more contact, and there's more contact going on with Felipe 3 wide. Deary me, as Rev again. Yeah, I think he's going to get the move done. Now he's going to force Marcos off a bit as well. And that is him up to P4. Yeah, that's a lot of action. And there's a Sector 1 yellow. That is Kata. So he's had some sort of contact. I think there's been a little bit. There's been contact with Felipe, and Felipe's slowing down. Is he? Is Felipe slowing down? Is he going to let Kata through? I don't know. But it is all kicking off in Bahrain, guys. Sem is on the back of Bowman now. Remember, though, Bowman's going to be very quick in the next stint when they get off these tyres they're on now. So, do watch out for some of these drivers to capitalise on strategy. But yeah, I don't really know what's happening with Kata and Felipe. I think there's been some sort of contact. There has been some sort of contact that's taken place. But Bowman bumping in those lap times, but Sem is also bumping in those lap times, and Ermine's bumping in the lap times, and Felipe is struggling to get past Gibbs. So that is great stuff there from the Brazilians. Gibbs unfortunately isn't here. I don't think he disconnected or left the session. I'm not quite sure, but Ermine has got the move done on Oliveira. He's up to P9 now. And there's a train forming here with you got Marcos, Rev. Marcos got the move done back on Rev. There's been this this sort of is it cat and mouse game, like tit for tat between Rev and Marcos here. And Marcos is off the circuit! Oh my dear God, that could have been carnage. And he's made a big mistake coming out of the turn 10 hairpin. And now Ali Ferrari's on the inside of his teammate. This could be curtains. Dilemma span again, unfortunately. Someone in the chat asking what happened to Dilemma. I think he's just had a bad race, or spinning. It's been a disaster for the Spaniard here this evening. Hopefully he can have a better race tomorrow in Tier 2 as Rev is in the pit. So Rev is going for that undercut. Could prove very vital here with these new regulations, these new 18-inch tyres that you've got on the car. Very hard to warm them up. So he will be slow for the next few laps, but when he gets them up to speed, it could well be a great opportunity for Rev. Okay then, anyway, we're back to the top three in the night conditions of Bahrain. And Dilemma has unfortunately now retired from the Grand Prix. That's unfortunate for him. We'll see him, well, tomorrow in Tier 2. Right then, so Sem is on the back. Semike of Bowman. He's got a lot more ERS. He's saving that ERS, is Sem. Really saving that ERS. Here we go. DRS is enabled for the Red Bull. Pulls to the inside. There you go. And he's got the speed. And look at that DRS advantage over the Mercedes, mate. Mercedes goes defensive. Sem is running a great race here in Bahrain so far. He's got the DRS. He's got overtake mode activated. It's going to be the lead for Sem EK. Turn 4 goes wide. He's going to get the undercut. Ooh. Back end stepped out a bit there on traction. And he has to stay behind for another lap or another sector. But that DRS is very powerful. Especially, I think Sem might be running quite low wings. Yeah, but Marek and Felipe. Side by side. Both from South America. And Felipe gets the move done. Brazil on top there. Felipe on top there. And Kata's going to try and get the move done here. But I'll tell you about making moves. Sem is looking very good here in Bahrain. He's got the pace. He's got the grip. He's got the potential. And he's using every ounce of the circuit. He's using every ounce of his car. He's just looking very... He's looking in control so far of this Grand Prix. And... interesting stuff. Rosberg's now going to get the DRS on Sem. Very interesting, but that can be very dangerous as well. That can be quite dangerous. It will be a little bit embarrassing if Rosberg can't get the move, but Sem's going to go defensive. He's going to force Rosberg the long way round in turn 1. Oh, side by side. That was aggressive there from the Frenchman. He's got the move done. That was very weird. And then now, what they're doing now is they're slowing each other down to allow Marcos to catch up. And this is helping Rev as well, who's on those hard compound tyres. And looks like there's been a spinner. That's Felipe. Felipe's retired from the session. Is that another spinner? That's Johan. He span. It's so difficult to get them under control, and Felipe's left the session. But it's so hard to get these cars under control here and make sure the traction is working. Why did Mafio DNF? There was a little there was a big crash on lap 1. There was a spin. Mafio got spun back round and lost his tyre in the process. So that was his race over and done with in Bahrain. We'll see him in next week in Saudi Arabia. Erman's making some good progress here on these mediums. He's up to P7 now. He's got the move done on Arjun Samra, who's back in the league tonight. It's been a bit quiet though, Arjun has, but Sem's back trying to get the move done. Struggling to get the move done on Rosberg here. He's going to have the DRS down this straight as well. And we can't get the move done. This is going to be frustrating. It must be very frustrating. It'll be really frustrating for him. But Jonna is actually running very good. If Johan is retired from the Grand Prix, he's out of the session. I don't know why you're going to retire, but okay. Oh, and Sem's got the move done. Sem's got the move done, but Rosberg's going to come back at him. But Sem's blocked it off. And Sem takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. There's been a crash. Ermine span again. Ermine, I think, has got damage. And that's him out of contention. But let's look back at this, because this is interesting now, because Bowman, something's happened with Rosberg and Sem, because now Bowman is back on it. And Bowman is trying to get the move done, but Sem's going to go to the inside line. He's going to dive to the inside as he got on the brakes. Yes, he has. He's going to put Rosberg back on his inside. This is incredible racing between the two drivers. But off the circuit, Sem's pushed off the track. And Bowman takes the lead in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Look at that. And now Marcos is into it. And now Sem is trying to get all the way around the outside of the Mercedes. But you can't go around the outside of the Mercedes. But he's side by side. And he can't get the move done. This is absolutely catastrophic scenes for Sem. Absolutely diabolical situation. As Marcos is now getting very close to some of these drivers, but Bowman has been able to take advantage of that, and he has just been in great form here tonight as there's a Sector 3 yellow flag. I don't know what has happened. Crazy scenes here in Bahrain. Absolutely crazy scenes. It has actually been really, really great racing so far for some of these drivers. Been a few spins, a few collisions, but all in all, it has been a very enjoyable race so far as we hit the crossover point of the Grand Prix and Semi's in the box. Let's see how he does then. His first pit stop of the season. And you've got Marcos in as well. Right, let's see then. Let's see what Sem's going to do, because he's going to be very slow on these hard compound tyres now. You really have to just warm them up. It's actually crazy, you know. It is easy, these hards. Yeah, Sem's even getting caught by Rev now. Look at how much Rev has caught in this Grand Prix now. Yeah, Rev is going to get the move. Rev's going to get the move done because he's got warmer hard tyres and he's got the move done. It just goes to show, doesn't it, how much pace that you can have on warmer tyres. And now Marritt's going to try and get the move done on PTR Oliveira as they come down the straight. That's a straightforward move there from the Colombian. Up into P5. Right then, it's Arjun versus Reiko now. I'm going to call him. The drivers are going to be quite slow now on these tyres. But this strategy is really going to open things up. Really going to open things up. And Rev. Oh my dear God, it's 3 wide into turn 4. Oh my God, Elmel Delginshi. And Rev gets the move done. How did they not crash? It was 3 wide between Rev, Sem and Ali. And now Ali has made a big mistake there. He's got cold tyres. But oh my God, Elmel Delginshi. That was crazy. That was mad. Did everyone just see that as Ali? Very cold tyres here in Bahrain. That's a shock. That's a shocker, that. And Rosberg is losing the grip. Rosberg. What's happened to Rosberg? Yeah, he didn't have the grip, and he's got a 5-second time penalty for speed in the pits. That's going to be absolutely crucial for his race. And now he's got to put a set of hards on, and he's going to be very slow on them as well. So he's lost out a lot of time there. A lot of time has been lost in the pit lane, in the pit stops by Rosberg. That's definitely ruined his race. Let's see where Arjun is. Arjun's coming out. Where's Rev? Has Arjun done it? Has Arjun jumped? As Arjun jumps, Semmer and Rev has got the move done. And now Arjun's going to be cold on these mediums. But I really thought he would have he jumped. I would have thought he jumped there. And Ali now on the back of Rosberg. Sorry, Marcos on the back of Rosberg. And Marcos gets the move done. But Rosberg, I think that, yeah, he's just boxed. So he's going to be on cold tyres there. Cold tyres there for Rosberg. Right, let's see then. Is Bowman going to box this lap? Yeah, Rosberg's really struggling on those hards. The struggle is intense here in Bahrain, and Reiko's in the box. And Marik's carrying on. What's Kata going to do? Kata's going to carry on as well. Interesting stuff. Oliveira's going to carry on. Right, let's see what Rev. Well, let's see where Rev is going to be compared to Reiko. This is a great strategy from Rev. Great strategy from Rev Caterpillar. Yeah, he's done it. He's jumped him. Has Arjun done it as well? Yeah, Arjun's done it. Ali Ferrari's done it. Just to be at, he will. Yeah, he's done it, and Reiko's gone deep. So that's going to give Marcos the opportunity now to get the move done. And he's done it. There you go. Look at that. The difference that cold tyres can give you is absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy scenes here in Bahrain. And Oliveira is going to be really struggling now on those mediums. But we're trying to hold out for those softs. I don't know, though. I don't think the softs can go. I'm not sure. Right, but Sem is on fresh out hards here. I'm intrigued to see if Rev can jump Bowman. That is what I'm looking for in this Bahrain Grand Prix. Is Bowman going to be able to keep ahead of Rev and Sem? Don't forget Arjun Samra as well, because now he's also on a set of mediums. So he's going to be very quick in this next part of the Grand Prix. Battling with Sem and Rev. So, guys, this is going to be a great end to this Grand Prix. Oliveira's in the box. Let's see what tyres he's going to go on to. Interesting set of softs for Oliveira. Interesting stuff. Very interesting scenes here in Bahrain. Strategy is everything this year. And team orders there. Osbo's got the move done. Yeah, it's been an absolute disaster for Rosberg. He lost a lot of time in the pit stops. A lot of time was lost in the pit stops. Right, I don't know how long the pit lane is around this circuit. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure how long the pit is. I'm not sure. Right, Sem's just buying his time now, I think. Berman's going to carry on for another lap. Same with Marik. Kata's in. Kata is in the pit lane. Let's see what tyres he's going to go on to. If there are streaming problems, guys, I'm very sorry. I've just seen a little bit of lag on my end for the stream. Very sorry about that. Hopefully it just sorts itself out. Right, I think is Kata on softs? Yes, he is. Kata is on the soft compound tyres. Kata is on the softs, guys. This is going to be... Oh, and he's going to be with Rosberg, and he's been had a span. Oh, there's been contact between him and the two Mercedes. Oh, my God. And now he's going to be... Oh, he's going to be under pressure from the Mercedes, but he's got that done. But it's very dangerous to be on cold tyres when everyone's on warm tyres and it's side by side and Kata can't do anything. Kata physically cannot do anything to defend or to try and get the move done because he just doesn't have the tyres at the current moment. Oh, but look at that. Look at that. He's got that done. He's got that done, ladies and gentlemen. Bowman is in. Right, here we go. This is the time. Sem's got the move done on Rev. Bowman is in the pit lane. What is going to happen then here in Bahrain? Is this going to be... I think Bowman has... I think Bowman has nailed this race. I think Bowman has completely nailed this Bahrain Grand Prix. He has completely nailed it. What a race from Bowman. Sem's now going to catch up, but those softs are gonna be like a lap to warm up. But Bowman has nailed this strategy, and he's nailed the race. He's absolutely nailed this race. He's nailed it. Two alphas are battling. Semi's bringing the gap down, but he's not going to be enough because Bowman's going to have the 22.5 seconds. What do you mean? Oh, the pit lane. So I'm just reading the chat, guys. Very delayed, aren't I? Yeah, both Alfa Romeos, though, are battling on this circuit as they come through. It's going to be Ali Ferrari in front. And Kata Ularani outside. What a move. And now he's going to be absolutely rapid on those soft tyres now. As he's gone off the circuit. That's new. That's very new. But yeah, Bowman has really done a great job with the strategy here in Bahrain. Great job. Absolutely incredible. But I'll tell you something, Marek as well has done a great job. And Kata is getting slowed down by Rosberg again. And you got the Mercedes and he's span out and Oliveira's been hit. It's all kicking off down at the back there. Rosberg's been span. Oliveira was hit by someone or did something. Crazy scenes. Absolute crazy scenes here in Bahrain at the back end of this Grand Prix. But Marek currently leads the way. Marek leads the Bahrain Grand Prix. I think he'll be boxing soon. I think he will be boxing. See how he does. F1X driver, of course. He's going to carry on. Has he boxed? Has Marek boxed in this race? Marek's had 3 stops. Oh, hold on, what? What? Marek's had 3 stops. What? Hold on. Marek's on for the... Marek's not on for the win of the race. Get out. No way. We'll have to see how that unfolds, guys. But I'll tell you something. Arjun Samra are right on the back of Rev now. Oh, my God! Rev has been taken clean out of the Bahrain Grand Prix. What has gone on there? Major collision here in Bahrain. And he fucked it. Is that a safety car? Do I see safety car in these closing stages of the race? I think the safety car has been deployed, guys. That was a correct... What happened there? Arjun just killed him. Arjun just killed Rev. Arjun just killed Rev there. That is definitely going to be a penalty, I think, for the stewards. Unless there is some sufficient evidence that Rev, I don't know, brake checked him or whatever you want to say. I don't know what you want to say. But safety car is out here in Bahrain, and Marek is coming in the pits now. So this could give him a great opportunity here. Them's in the pits. Arjun's in. Ali's in. Marcos is in. Rev is in. I think everyone's going to be in. Kata's going to continue. TMR Kata. Here we go. This is what I have been waiting for from TMR Kata all evening. A strategy masterclass. Right, Marek is on softs. Bowman is on softs as well. So everyone's going to be on softs, I think. Unless you're stupid and pit for mediums. Good to see SK joining us for the stream here in Bahrain. You do join us. STB Tier 1 Season 21. That's mad to say. For the season opener in Bahrain, and it has been a very controversial one at times. If you've missed it, unfortunately you can't press the red button to view the highlights alongside the live action. But I can tell you what happened. Lap 1, we had a massive sort of crash, big crash, massive crash situation here in Bahrain, where we had Akosili was disqualified from the formation lap. Some sort of problem on the formation lap. He got put back to the grid. Tyres had a very bad start, dropped to at least P12, and there was a massive sort of contact between him, Ermine, Maffio, and unfortunately Maffio and Akosili were forced to retire from the Grand Prix. Maffio had no wheel, and Akosili was out of the race as well. And then strategy has played a big part in this Grand Prix. I really did believe that Bowman was going to be your race winner today. He played an absolute blinder with the strategy, but it's definitely changed now. Because we've got Marek in P2, which I did not expect. Kata is in P3 here in Bahrain, and Sem is still in it, and Arjun is in the top 5. But Rev Caterpillar, as you can see, I don't know what's going on. He's trying to warm up his engine or warm up his tyres or do something. But, yeah, it was just very weird. You know, we had into turn 4, which I think caused a safety car because of damage on the circuit. We had Rev just get absolutely kamikazed off the circuit. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was some sort of glitch or some sort of problem. I don't know. Or lag. I'm not sure. Or Arjun just completely went smoke mode and took him out. Very, very unfortunate scenes here in Bahrain for Rev, because he was running in you know, a top position. So, yeah, let's see if we can try and make some ground up in these final few laps. But yeah, all in all, guys, it has been, for us spectators, not so much some drivers on the grid. I think Bowman would enjoy this. But for us spectators, it has been a cracker of a first round, and Arjun is out of the race. Arjun's lost his front wing under safety car. More madness takes place here at the Bahrain International Circuit. Safety car is in this lap as well, so that is Arjun out of any sort of contention in this Grand Prix. He has span under safety car. He was in P5. And he out. That is what I would say is karma, as he's nearly hit the back of Rosberg. Karma for taking out Rev there. Lamilin or oh, wow, there's been a spin! Bowman is out of the Bahrain Grand Prix, and now Katter's on the back of Marek. Oh my God, El Mel Del Yankee. Bowman has fucked his race. Bowman has fucked his race. Archer's in the pit lane, and Marek leads the Bahrain Grand Prix, and Katter's on for the victory. Oh my God. Welcome to STB Season 21. Marek could lead. Marek could win the race. And Katter gets the move done back on Sem. This is incredible. Who would have thought this? F1X Marek. I'm not saying he's bad, but he was definitely in that the midfield pack. Who would have thought it that Marek, all the way from Colombia, could be in the lead of this race? Marcos is off the circuit. Oh my God, Rema's got the move done. This is incredible. Oh my God, and then you got Oliveira trying to get the move done on the Ghost. My head is absolutely banging, guys, but I don't even care. I will put up with the pain that is going on in my head right now, because this is absolutely insane racing here in Bahrain. Bowman fucked his race completely, and now Sem is on for the Bahrain Grand Prix victory. What are your predictions, guys? Who is going to win? Are you guys backing F1X Marek? Are you backing STB Sem-Ek? Are you backing Katter? Or are you even backing Ali Ferrari? Maybe even Rev Caterpillar could get back into it. It's a five-way fight, five-way DRS train. Even six-way DRS train. It's a mega race, and Ali Ferrari. Katter's losing places left, right, centre. He should have boxed. He should have boxed, but he wanted that track position. And Ali Ferrari up in a P3. This is incredible. But Marek, guys, is on it. Can Marek win the Bahrain Grand Prix? Put your predictions in, and Katter's losing place left, right, centre. Rev is up to P4 now. Woo. Oh, I've missed this. I've missed this, you know. I've missed this. Bowman's in the points. Is Sem going to go for the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix, or is Marek going to keep the lead? Guys, put your comments in. Who is going to win this Bahrain Grand Prix here in Sakhir Manama, Bahrain International Circuit? Is it going to be Marek? Is it going to be Sem? SK says Sem will win, but Ali Ferrari is on the back of him as well. You got Rev Caterpillar getting involved as well. This is going to be an incredible final 2 laps of the race. Anything can happen. Anything can happen here in Bahrain. Sem, they're going to be in that DRS on the back. And then you got Rev Caterpillar, and there's been some massive sorts of diving up around the outside. Marcos is going to get the move done on the Italian driver of Katter. And Katter drives it around the outside. That's a great little defensive move there from the Italian driver. And Rev is going to climb to turn 4. He's going to go up the inside. Break My Soul by Beyonce is playing on my phone, and Sem could well break the side of F1X Marek as they come through the first and the second sector now of Bahrain. And you got side by side between Rev and Ali Ferrari. Rev is going to go up the inside. He's done that dive bomb move. That is a crucial move for the podium of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Next up is Sem. He needs to get back in the DRS though of the Rev Caterpillar up in a P3 now. And then you've got Ali Ferrari P4. You've got Marcos on the back of Katter as well. You've got that DRS train as well between these drivers. This has been one of the most entertaining season openers in STB history. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's been crazy. Absolutely crazy scenes here in Bahrain. And Marcos got the move done on Katter. Katter losing places left, right, and centre. And Marek is going to try and now break the DRS. Yes, Beyonce was playing on my phone, guys. Break My Soul. Beyonce came on, had a little alarm on. Beyonce plays, guys. But here we go. Sem could well break the style of Marek as they now come on to the final lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Rev Caterpillar and Ali Ferrari both got a penalty. And now going to be diving into that DRS in the slipstream. Overtake mode is enabled for the Red Bull. The Williams is going to go very good on the brakes there. Marek defends. Now Sem has got another DRS opportunity, and there's been contact. Marek's a little bit slow on the exit. Sem's had a good traction. DRS in the slipstream now of the Williams. The Williams goes very defensive, but Sem's going to go up the inside, and Marek's gone very deep, and Sem takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix, and Rev is going to get involved as well, but Sem leads. STB Semi-K leads the Bahrain Grand Prix here in Sakhir. Woo. And Rebs gets the move done. Reb has got the move done on Marek. And off Marek's span. Marek's been involved in a collision. They got Kata off the circuit there. He's having a battle with PUR Rosberg side by side. He's even up the inside of Jonna. He's on absolutely smoke as they come through turn 10 now. Jonna span on the exit. PT Oliveira as they come out of turn 10. But after all of that, STB Semi-K, as Marek has unfortunately retired from the race, but STB Semi-K is going to come through the final few corners now. He has done an incredible job here for Red Bull. And Semi-K is going to come through to win the Bahrain Grand Prix of Season 21. He is your winner. Second is Marcos. Third is Rev Caterpillar. Third will be Kata in the end. Fourth is Rev Caterpillar. And fifth is Bowman. That's your top five. Ai meu Deus gente, as they say in Brazil, in Portuguese. TMR Kata is your driver of the day. I'll say it is Sem. He kept himself out of trouble. He had some great battles, but he came through in the end. STB Semi-K will come through. He is your Bahrain Grand Prix winner. Inject it into my veins. He has won. He is your race winner in Bahrain. Inject it into my veins. Second, Ferrari. Is it Ali Ferrari? I'm confused, guys. But that is your STB. Look at Red Bull. That is your Bahrain Grand Prix for Tier 1. Marcos was second. Okay. Your race winner was STB Semi-K. Second was TFS Marcos. Third was TMR Kata. Fourth was Rev, missing out on the podium there. Fifth was Bowman. Sixth was Rosberg. Seventh was Ali Ferrari. Eighth was Racco. Ninth was PTR Oliveira. 10th was Ermine. 11th Gibbs. Your non-finishers were Marek, Arjun Samra, Johan, Felipe, Dilemma, Pedro, Mafio, and Akosili. That, ladies and gentlemen, is your STB Racing League Season 21 Bahrain Grand Prix for Tier 1. And I am pleasantly surprised by that result and pleasantly happy and just feeling incredible. Maudi is happy for once.
That's so man.
Sem, I'm trying to get your other podium people in party, but I'm not sure whether they're going to be able to join. They will. I don't think Marcos can speak English, so we'll have to just leave him for the moment. But what a race in Bahrain. Very, very action-packed. We're going to start with third place man Kata, which I did not expect after some of the collisions that you had. But Kata, welcome. Podium. You got a podium in the evaluation, a podium here in Bahrain. Take us through briefly your race and what got you on the podium. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah, I didn't expect to be on the podium, but yeah. The race was tricky. Had a lot of collisions in the first stint, but the safety car just saved me in the last 7 laps, and my tires were done. But I have to continue to keep the position, and I finished, P3, so it's a good start for the season.
Okay. Obviously, Qatar, you had a few collisions. Any comments on the collisions that you had tonight?
Um, I'm very sorry for my teammate because I have to took him under the safety car, but I just slowed down to let him pass, but I brake tested him, so I don't know what will happen with the penalties. But on the other collisions, I have nothing to say. In last corner, the Mercedes just dive bomb, so I don't know what to say about.
Okay. Um, Rosberg joined the party. Well done, Rosberg. You weren't on the podium, but well done for your race today. It was quite bad with the tyres, which I'm going to speak to Sem about right now. Sem, you won the Bahrain Grand Prix, Sem. Well, yeah, you won, obviously, because you are amazing. But yeah, just take us through when you boxed onto those new tyres. Obviously, the new regulations mean that the tyres are quite cold
Yeah.
when you come out the pits. It was difficult for everyone, but how did you manage that? And yeah, what was that key for you for your result?
Yeah, I chose to start on the medium, so obviously it was the choice to go on hards later on. But yeah, the safety car held a bit to stretch the stint on the medium, so that was helping me. Yeah, and then indeed what you said, the pit stop and the new tire regulations. Yeah, the tires are very cold, especially the hards. They like cold for maybe 1.5 laps, so it took a while to warm them up, but yeah, then I got up to pace again. I was looking to a P2 because Bowman was way ahead on the soft tire on the alternative strategy. But then the safety car came 5 laps before, so that was my opportunity to go on the new softs. I was surprised Bowman didn't pit for the softs again, so but I think he doesn't had any more softs left. So yeah, I took my chance and yeah, ruled the game today. Bahrain is not really my circuit, but a good way to start the season.
A great race hot season, and you had a headache before the race as well, which means you are incredible. So well done, Sem. A crazy race here in Bahrain. My head is banging after that race because the last laps after the final safety car were absolutely mental. We had drivers spinning, we had people getting involved in overtaking, spinning and stuff. So the stewards will be busy after that race. But well done to Sem. Well done to Marcos and well done to Qatar, your top three provisionally before any stewards intervention. Thank you everyone for watching this Tier 1 Bahrain Grand Prix. It's been an absolute cracker. It's been a pleasure to be back in the commentary box. We had a few problems to start off with because Twitch was being annoying, asking me to do quick maths. They wanted me to do add up the top face dice to add up to 14. I stopped doing maths 4 years ago, so we're not going to do that. But that concludes your Tier 1 Bahrain Grand Prix. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for watching. You can join us tomorrow. Me and Maffio will be bringing you live coverage from Tier 2 Bahrain, where we have another very decent lineup of drivers ready to take it onto the track in Sakia. And then Wednesday, STB Maldi is back in action. Tier 3 Bahrain, Tier 3 winner, Maldi Winde is back. It's back. But anyway, if you don't want to join the slower tiers, which would be a little bit of a bad decision as I am commentating tomorrow, of course, you can join me back next week for round 2 of Tier 1, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, where we go to the Jeddah Corniche circuit in Saudi Arabia. So we'll see you tomorrow for Tier 2 Bahrain. See them.